just watched Ramon's video, or is it Raymond? I'm not sure how you say it. Raymond, I'm sorry. I'm going to say Ramon. I want to really thank you, Ramon, for your heartfelt video. It's amazing, mate. Your ability to talk about that issue that you had is really wonderful. And the humility that you've shown is awesome. Well done. When it comes to those functioning that we talk about like that, when it comes to those, they're like a real red rag to a bull for me. As soon as I hear them, I'm still like, ugh! I don't want to use that language. It's really difficult. So it's almost a trigger. In fact, yeah, I think it is a trigger. When they say that, when you say slow functioning or high functioning or Aspie or Asperger's or whatever, and I want to try and explain why. I think that having grown up as an undiagnosed autistic person, life sucked. Life was really hard. And it was hard because I walked life like I was in this haze of unreality, or this haze of not understanding, this haze of feeling like somehow I wasn't right. I was somehow wrong. And when it comes to the words mild autism, high functioning, low functioning, whatever, it makes me think of those times. It makes me think of that feeling of wrongness. It makes me think of being categorized in particular ways. In the midst of my living life undiagnosed, not knowing what I was meant to be or should have been, I kind of almost perfected the concept, the idea of faking it. And I think that I was able to do that because I believed it. I believed I was wrong because I was told for so many times, both by verbal instruction from my parents and by physically having any traits tried to be bashed out of me or yelled out of me, that it made my life, it made it easier, I think. It made it easier to believe that, yes, you're wrong. And so fast forward 30 years and I discover this word, autism, which I haven't really heard of much, except if you count Rain Man. And then fast forward that and meeting my wife and learning from her that my oldest daughter from my first marriage believed that she thought she was autistic. Well, she thought she had Asperger's, was the language she used back in those days, back then, before it was those things changed. And what we discovered there was not, and all of a sudden I'm discovering this whole new world. And then I think even before my daughter was diagnosed, I was at home one day, and in Australia we have this thing called the National Press Club, where we'll get up and they have like these presentations to the press. There can be some really good stuff and some really crap stuff, but happened to flick it on because it was televised, and there was Tony Attwood talking about Asperger's, and it's like this light bulb going off in my head, even though I think at that point I didn't want to acknowledge it. I didn't want to question, didn't want to change what I thought. But there he was talking about Asperger's, and there's all these things that are me. All these things that were me, and I'm like, holy cow. And then fast forward, and I think I'll put that to the back of my mind in a way. Then fast forward another few years, another 10 years, maybe not 10 years, but something like that. And my youngest daughter is diagnosed. And I start to really question myself. Start to really go, and so I start looking more into it, start researching, I start thinking. I mentioned to my wife, maybe I am, and she's like, no question you are. And I didn't want to admit it, I didn't want to acknowledge it, I think I'd been secretly hoping that she would say, no, you're not. You're normal, whatever that means. But no. And so I kind of denied it for a while, and then I looked a bit more and started doing the online tests, and they're like, yep, you're autistic. That wasn't good enough for me. I needed someone, so-called professional, to tell me. So off I went, and I did. So yeah, and that's about the size of it. And so there I was, suddenly with an autism diagnosis, and that diagnosis being technically high functioning, which I reject that label. I'm just autistic, and the functioning level is a day-to-day, moment-to-moment thing. But yeah, that's a little bit about why I rail against those things. Thanks for listening.